Oh my goodness, FC Barcelona. This was not what it was supposed to be. This was not how it was supposed to go. I felt confident that Barcelona were going to get the win in this one, but it all went wrong from the Cubarsí red card. It all went wrong from there, and from there, like Barcelona looked like they had the chances, but they were just not clinical. It was just like some things were just not going well, and then Atletico, fair play to them, they were clinical. Julián Álvarez's free kick was brilliant. It was perfect. That put them in the lead, and it obviously put Barcelona behind and really struggling to find something. And then you have to say that they were just very clinical. Barcelona had the chances, but they were just not clinical. Atletico were very clinical, and I think it's a bit difficult to think that Barcelona could get back into this game at the Metropolitano. I think it's going to be a big task for Barcelona to get back into this one. I'm not sure if it's possible. So I guess we'll just have to watch and see. I believe Barcelona can do it. Like, as a Liverpool and Barcelona fan, it's not been a great night. But I want to believe Barcelona still have a chance in this one. But yeah, it's not looking good, man. And I think this high line is starting to bite us. It's really starting to bite us. But let me just talk about the game in general. I think Barcelona were really dominating in this game. It was all Barcelona for the most part. Yes, Atletico had one or two chances here and there, but they were not clinical. And then Barcelona were attacking for the most part. And then that ball to Giuliano Simeone, to be fair, he was probably going to score. And then Cubarsí just ran across him, and I mean, the moment I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's a red. I know the referee initially gave a yellow card, which surprised me. But obviously, after going to check VAR, you knew that that was going to be a sending off. So from there, I was like, you know what, hold your nerve. Let's just get into halftime at 0-0. But the resulting free kick was absolutely perfect from Julián Álvarez. And I mean, he's a player. He is such a good player, honestly. Like, he's a fantastic footballer. And I have to give him credit for that goal. Really, really good goal from Álvarez. And there's a reason why a lot of teams want to sign him. He's very good, and he's a star footballer, so a good one from him. And I mean, it was just world class, really. Like, I mean, at this point, going into the second half, you just expect that Barcelona will be able to find a way to just like try and seal that defense. Obviously, we know Atletico are a good team when it comes to defending, so it was always going to be Barcelona pushing and then Atletico looking to see if they could counter and get a goal. So from halftime, you could just tell that Barcelona needed to find something early in the second half to just give them that hope. But ultimately, we saw a good number of chances from Yamal, some really good passes as well. Rashford as well had a few chances, but nothing really that was great in general. Like, it was an alright game for Barcelona, but just those decisions, those certain moments where things went wrong did not help. So I still think the red card came from this high line that we try to play all the time. Clearly, Hansi Flick is not moving away from that. It works when it works, and when it doesn't work, it just looks really bad. So I think that's where the whole thing came from. And then, while trying to attack and push forward and see what we could do to get a goal, Atletico were very, very quick in their counters, and Sørloth loves to score against Barcelona, doesn't he? He's always scoring goals against Barcelona, and he was able to make a good finish. I think Gerard Martin could have done a bit better. He was just not physical enough, and from there we just knew that Atletico were 2-0 up. And I mean, this is the first loss that Barcelona have had at Spotify Camp Nou, which is really sad. Like, since they came back to the stadium, and it's just a bit of a disappointment as a Barcelona fan. It's not the nicest thing to see. What do I think about this one? Like, Barcelona's attack just didn't look great today. The chances were there. Lamine was doing what he could, but it just didn't work. It just didn't work today. And I think this is one of those games where sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and this was just one of those when sometimes you lose. Like, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong for Barcelona. Everything that could have gone right for Atletico went right for Atletico. And before the game, I said it that Simeone does know how to spoil the party for Barcelona. You can just tell that this guy is a coach that when he gets things right, he does get things right. There's a reason he's been here for this long, and he's beaten Barcelona twice this season already, 2-0 at the Camp Nou, 4-0 at the Metropolitano. And in general, in 2014 and 2016, in the quarterfinals, you saw that Barcelona were just not able to get the job done against Atleti. So Atleti really have the advantage over Barcelona when it comes to, two-legged fixtures, and it's just a bit painful to see. So the 2-0 scoreline, I think, is a bit harsh when you look at how the game was played. Barcelona were extremely dominant in this one, but clearly, it wasn't good enough. It just wasn't good enough in terms of the finishing. And the moment we went down to 10 men, I think it became very difficult from then on to be able to find a way and finish this game. But ultimately, what do I think about this game? I think Atletico did their work. I have to give them credit. They did what they had to do to get this win, and congratulations to them. And it is a good result for them as they're going home next week to play against Barcelona, hosting Barcelona this time. They know that they probably just need to lock up and, try and get a counter and score as well. They've done it before. But we've seen Barcelona try their best to come back from, a deficit before. In this Copa del Rey this season, Barcelona were able to come to the Spotify Camp Nou and get a 3-0 win. The difference now is that they're going away to the Metropolitano. On Saturday, they did get a win, but it's a really tight one. Really, really, really tight one. So I'm thinking to myself, is it possible for them to do it again? Can they get a 2-0 win or a 3-0 win or a 4-0 win? Because I still think Barcelona's defense is really open, and a lot of times these things end up going to the benefit of Atletico in general. So I think Barcelona still have a chance. I will not be surprised if they don't make it through. I would love for them to make it through, but I just think this is just a really disappointing way to exit the Champions League if this is what happens at the end of the day. I think Barcelona could have been better, should have been better. Unfortunately, we're not good enough. And that red card, like I said, changed the entire landscape of this game, changed the entire landscape of this fixture once Atletico were able to score their second goal. So what do you think? Do you think Barcelona can get back into this one? I think it's going to be really, really tough. But if they do, then this is a team that I can fancy to, really do a good job against, probably push very well if they play against Arsenal. Will it be Arsenal? I think it's most likely going to be Arsenal. So I really don't know if this is going to be a good one for Barcelona in general. I think it's a poor result, but ultimately, there's still a lot to fight for. I think if there's one team that can really push and get a win wherever it is, I think Barcelona can do it. But they've made it really, really difficult for themselves. And I'm not happy with the results, but I think ultimately, Atletico have done their job. They've done the right thing. They've done what they need to do. They made it difficult for Barcelona, and they hold the advantage. So let's see what happens in the second leg. But that's it for this one. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you could be one of those people who could help us get there. But for now, that's it for this video. Make sure you watch one of these videos, and I'll see you guys there. Cheers.